Let's talk about the movies. The Raging Bull, Robert De Niro showing a softer side with Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, getting on the comedy train courtesy of Nancy Meyers. And De Niro plays a 70-year-old widower who seizes the opportunity to become a senior intern at an online fashion site run by Anne Hathaway.
So you're on Facebook, huh?
I joined about 10 minutes ago.
Well, better late than never. All right, so there are all these questions for your profile that you can answer if you want to. Like, people who inspire you.
Jules Austin. You do inspire, Jules.
Telling questions for all of our interns.
The sequel, softer sequel here to Devil Wears Prada?
Ooh, not so much. Well, yeah, soft being the keyword here. The premise wears really thin after about half an hour or so, and it takes an emotional turn in the last half, but you have to get through about 90 minutes of this drivel and schmaltz before you get there. And Hathaway, say what you will about her, I think she's a commendable and strong actress, and she does well in this role. And De Niro, he's very sweet and endearing. Together, they have this interesting mentor kind of chemistry, but the writing is so flat and meandering at times, and the plot has no forward momentum, so I didn't really see where the conflict was at the end of the day. It also had some awful music in it that sort of tried to accentuate dramatic or funny moments in the movie that I just felt was like heavy-handed. It was the kind of music you would hear in an elevator. And Nancy Meyers, known mainly for romances, like It's Complicated, Something's Gotta Give, the romance takes a back seat here to things like gender equality in the workplace and the generation gap, so I was really missing a great love.
Ooh.
Renee Russo comes in for a little bit of that. She's the office masseuse, but it's kind of jokes like this, you know?
So it's billed as a comedy. Is this one going to make you laugh if you're going to invest the money this weekend?
You'll have a few laughs, but it's going to be a slog to get to the end. I don't recommend it. I'm going to have to go, unfortunately, with 2 out of 5 for The Intern.
Okay, slow start for us, but maybe we'll pick things up with Pawn Sacrifice and Tobey Maguire.
Very cool. Fascinating story of American chess legend Bobby Fischer, played by Tobey Maguire, when he took on Soviet Grandmaster Boris Spassky, played by Liev Schreiber here, and they enthralled the world with their intense battle during the 1972 World Chess Championship. Tobey Maguire, fantastic in this movie. It's also got a great cast. You see Michael Stuhlbarg there. It's also got Peter Sarsgaard, and Schreiber is just awesome as Spassky. Unfortunately, the movie barely scratches the surface about who Fischer really was, and it's sort of, you know, it doesn't examine a lot about his social problems because he did have a lot of issues. He became quite the recluse. So I would say it's kind of a paint-by-numbers biopic, but grounded by some great acting, and it's beautifully shot and got some keen direction. But, you know, it's hard to make a movie about chess because it's not exciting to watch, so that was a real challenge, I think, for the filmmakers.
And now when you look at this story and you have a genius, and you've spoken to the difficulties about doing a movie about geniuses, how much is fact, how much is fiction about the story to make this exciting in terms of a story arc?
Yeah, again, that's hard to say because obviously they have to dramatize a lot of the stuff to make it sort of that movie quality, right? But thankfully, Maguire grounds it, but you know there's something more going on with his story and his history. Unfortunately, it's all tried to sort of, you know, they condense it a little too much. So things move a little bit too quickly here as they try to sort of tell you the entire Bobby Fischer story and then bookend it with what sort of happened to him later in life. But remember Tobey Maguire at award season. This is one of his best performances. I would say it's probably worth seeing this movie for the acting, but the writing and the overall film is good, not great.
Let's drop the hammers.
I'll go 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
There you go.
Okay, thanks for weighing in on those, Thor.